Итак, ребят, мы продолжаем с вами проходить игру громит и Олис. Это первый эпизод. И пока наша задача заключается в том, чтобы покормить пчел. То есть мы, как вы помните, мы кому-то там пообещали 227 литров меда для конкурса блинов, а цветов у нас не хватало. Мы пошли в сад, взяли цветов там у садовницы, и теперь нам надо, собственно, найти самих пчел. Я не помню, где они. Давай сюда.
I'll be glad I stocked up on crates when the honey orders flow in. Provided the bees oblige me with some honey, that is.
Блин, а где же? Куда же? Открывай. А где же? Где же? Выходи. Здесь. И вот.
It's a comfort to know we're well stocked with biscuits.
Нет. А где же? Да. Выйти. А, вот. Вот и пчелы, да? Там внизу. Да. Ну что ж такое-то?
Awfully long drop.
Это на улице выйти. А это зайти. Где же?
It's a comfort to know we're well stocked with biscuits.
Где же пчелы-то? А вот они.
Doesn't suit my immediate purpose.
Короче, что мы нашли? Мы нашли семена. Семена, вот.
Don't think they like this sort of thing.
А как же быть тогда? Это можно воспроизвести.
My workers are very devoted to their queen.
Так,
Any more honey to speak of? Not enough flowers to tip the balance yet. Not to worry, I've got a few ideas.
поднимаемся. А где бы нам посадить? У вас на кухне? У вас на кухне? Да блин. Здесь. Давай попробуем семена.
I think not.
Так, думаю, блин, где посадить-то? Сейчас попробуем выйти на улицу и отдать семена садовнику. Поговорим с ней.
Have you noticed? I put a new roof on Mr. Nutter's house.
Mr. Nutter?
Surely you're acquainted with our neighbour, Mr. Nutter, the squirrel.
I'm not on first name terms with any of the neighborhood animals, I'm afraid.
What about Gromit?
Oh, no, he isn't either.
Так. Па-па-па. Давай отдадим ей семена.
What am I supposed to do with these?
You plant them
Oh,
in the ground,
oh,
and they come up
oh,
in due time.
oh.
Посадить.
Better attend to my garden. The bees are expecting a big supper. I suppose I ought to look in on me flower patch. Yes. You never know. There may be something in it besides soil.
Где его цветочная клумба? Осмотреть.
No flowers in here.
Цветов нет. О, давай. Давай-ка мы здесь.
Wouldn't want to chuck that.
Где клумба-то? А, вот
I
клумба,
suppose I
ё-моё.
ought to look in on me flower patch. Yes. You never know.
Всё,
There
я
may be
поняла.
something in it besides soil.
Клумба с другой стороны, ё-моё, была.
There now. With hard work and a little luck, you should have a nice bed of flowers in 2 or 3 months.
I can't wait 2 or 3 months. I've got a deadline. This evening.
Oh, you poor simple man. Nothing grows that quickly.
I wonder. Rex Armstrong's quick grow muscle formula. Watch them sprout in seconds. If it works on people, perhaps I could adapt it to work on flowers. 3 miracle ingredients. Grotein, Energize, Strongium. Well, I need a miracle, and fast. Shouldn't be too tricky to knock up a batch myself. Then we'll see who's got the grandest garden in West Wallaby Street. The hive will be humming in no time.
А вот. Оп, какой-то чудачок сидит здесь.
Caught you! Can't take an old soldier by surprise.
Morning, Major Crumb.
It is, if you don't mind enemy invasions.
I beg your pardon.
Didn't you get my message? Received intelligence of a major air assault. Expect the sirens to sound any minute. Hope you know where your nearest air raid shelter is.
I do recall something about that, but Major Crumb, are you sure you're not mistaken?
I know. I've made predictions before, but I'm not crying wolf. This time, I've got proof.
A jar?
It's what's inside the jar that counts. Incontrovertible evidence that the enemy is on the move.
Does it? I can only see a snail.
Of course it's a snail. But what's she trying to tell us? That's the important thing.
What is she trying to tell us?
Look at her, man. She's retreated into her shell in the middle of the day. And that means only one thing. It means she knows trouble is about to strike from the heavens. Law of nature, Wallace. Learned it in France during the war. Never wrong yet. You're looking at my case, aren't you, Wallace?
Well, I suppose I was, Major.
Bet you'd like to know what's inside.
I am curious, yes.
This case is packed full of government-issue protein bars.
Protein.
Rations, Wallace. Emergency rations for... emergencies, obviously. Been stockpiling them since the war. Enough nutrition in them to feed a man under fire for a whole day.
And very tasty they look, too.
Tasty? They're foul, but packed with high-strength protein.
I'd love to try one.
Out of the question, I'm afraid. You don't have clearance. And besides, protein bars are only issued in the event of civil emergencies. Orders are orders, Wallace. Good man, Wallace. I see you at least appreciate the seriousness of the situation. Now, spread the word. If people don't believe what an old soldier has to say, perhaps they'll listen to the snail.
bakayım. Bakayım.
Well, if it isn't Wallace. I had a notion he'd be nosing round the police station this morning.
Morning, Constable Dibbins.
You're off to an early start today. Not planning any more visits to the shops, are you?
Oh, no. Yesterday was a one-off. I'm in town on business.
Is that so?
What were those 3 miracle ingredients again? Ah, yes. Grotein, Energides, and Strongium. I used the last of me Energides the other day to fuel up my Sniffer 3000.
Here on business, you say, Wallace? What line are you in these days?
Honey, Constable Dibbins, from B to U, piped fresh to your home or workplace daily. Do you have a sweet tooth, Constable?
Well, I have been known to dollop it on a crumpet now and again.
Then perhaps you'd like to subscribe.
I only procure my honey from reputable sources.
My poor Sniffer 3000. I only just put the finishing touches on it yesterday, and it's already fallen afoul of the law.
Hey up, Wallace, love. How's business?
Uh-oh.
Hey, it's not closing time yet. So, Wallace, in the honey business now, I hear.
Oh, you've heard the buzz, have you?
Oh, indeed I have. It's all over town.
It'll never get off the ground. Stupid idea, if you ask me.
And nobody did.
Couldn't get honey out of a honey jar, that one.
Excuse my husband. He's a right misery gut sometimes.
Sweetie.
Well, what were those 3 miracle ingredients again? Ah, yes. Grotein, Energides, and Strongium. I used the last of me Energides the other day to fuel up my Sniffer 3000.
Ta-ra! Bye then.
Could those be? I couldn't help but notice the flowers on your window ledge, Mrs. Gabberling.
Aye, lovely, aren't they? Bring a touch of summer to the town square. Especially the purple pansies. Always been partial to pansies, me. You should see the flat. It's full of them.
They're blinking weeds, if you ask me. Can't abide them.
Oh, go and suck a lemon, you moaning ninny. Oh, now look what you've done, you clumsy oaf. And open up that window when I'm yelling at you.
All right. But only to prove your insults don't get to me anymore. I can deflect them all.
Is that so?
I'd be happy to take these flowers off your hands, Mrs. Gabberly. That is, if they make your husband unhappy.
That's a good reason to keep 'em, to my way of thinking. But go ahead if you want 'em.
Much obliged.
Спасибо. Отдала нам цветы. Это что такое подвязать?
I noticed you received my petition for early release of the Sniffer 3000, Constable Dibbins.
Yes, and I notice it's attracted the signatures of just one man and his dog.
We're only appealing for natural justice.
But your blinking cheese detector thingamy, what do you call it, destroyed an entire grocery store.
Teething problems. It's still only a prototype.
A prototype? It's a villain, if you ask me. A diabolical device. You can see that in its face.
My machine isn't evil, Constable Dibbins. It's just got a short fuse and a few loose nuts.
We'll see. I'm going to formally interview this glorified tin can of yours, and if it can convince me that it's not a menace to society, then perhaps I'll release it into your custody. You there, prisoner. Kindly look at me when I'm talking to you.
Fear not, my little cheese-sniffing friend. Soon have you out of there. The sniffer doesn't work that way, Constable Dibbins. You've got to...
I'm conducting this interview, Wallace, if you don't mind. Blasted impertinence! We've had our little chat.
And?
I'm afraid there's no talking to your sniffer. Hardwired for criminality, I'd say.
I hope they're not being too rough with Miss Sniffer 3000.
Bonito como hacemos las...
That's nice. Worth thinking about. Nothing I need. Can you see fit to grant my...
Not on, you get it?
It only responds to certain commands. I know, I programmed it. Perhaps you could try a gentler approach?
Well, I'll have another chat with it. More friendly-like.
Oh, yes. Oh, much obliged, Constable Dibbins.
I ain't promising nothing, mind. Time we had a little chat. Look at me when I'm talking to you.
Давай унитку ему дадим.
Look at me when I'm talking to you.
Fear not, my little cheese-sniffing friend. Soon have you out of there.
Don't know why I bother. I'm too soft, me. No change, I'm afraid. And its moral compass seems to be badly malfunctioning.
I do wish my Sniffer 3000 had given a better account of itself for Constable Dibbins. But how could it without its remote control? Oh, here's Miss Sniffer 3000, banged up like a common criminal. Oh, breaks my heart. That cheese detector's not a bad machine, just a bit overkeen. It's all the energides in its system. Energides? It seems to me, yes. Energides is one of the ingredients in Rex Armstrong's quick-grow muscle formula. I used my last Energide battery to fuel the sniffer. I'll have to get it back if I want to finish the formula. Fear not, my little cheese-sniffing friend. Soon have you out of there. poor sniffer, languishing in jail. At least I've still got the remote control safe and secure in me cellar.
В подвале. Ну-ка, пойдем. Разыщем. Опа.
Ah,
Умылись.
Ah, Mr. Wallace. Mr. Wallace, I've got something for you.
much obliged. I'm looking forward to your festival of crumpets, Mr. Pannier.
I'm afraid you're barred from my store, Wallace.
Barred?
Due to the devastation caused yesterday by your invention. I'm ever so sorry, Chuck. Don't forget, Mr. Wallace, 50 gallons by sunset.
I do wish my Sniffer 3000 had given a better it with that.
Куда идти-то? Пойдем. Обратно. Комментировать.
Now that's a fine-looking postbox. It would make a good chassis for my honey-powered vacuumatic, but that's tomorrow's project. Me poor Sniffer, languishing in jail. At least I've still got the remote control safe and secure.
Пойдем дальше.
Well, did you do as I asked? Have you delivered the message? Have you shown them the snail?
I'm not sure the snail will convince them, Major Crumb.
If she doesn't, the air raid siren will. But by then,
Ah.
it may be too late.
Все, пойдем отнесем вещь. Короче, вот. Какая-то монетка.
Have you brought it, Mr. Wallace?
Just bear with me for a moment, Mr. Pannier. Major Crumb wanted me to show you this.
That's a snail, Mr. Wallace.
I know.
Why are you showing me a snail?
Well, it's in its shell, you see. And according to Major Crumb, when a snail goes into its shell during the day, it means we can expect untold airborne activity of an unpleasant nature.
Go home, Wallace, and get some rest. Reckon you've been overdoing the inventing.
Так,
Have you come to deliver my order?
It's not quite ready yet, I'm afraid.
You're not going to disappoint me. Not after yesterday's little incident.
Oh, no. You can count on from B to U. That looks like... Can it really be cheese?
Indeed it is, Wallace. Wensleydale, your favourite?
Am I to take it that these are...
Yes, free samples. Go on, tuck in.
Don't mind if I do, Mr. Pannier. One for now. And one for later.
все есть. Так, пойдем еще.
Don't forget, Mr. Wallace, 50 gallons by sunset.
Ой, какого полицейского? Эту Это и показываем улитку.
Hey up, Wallace, love. How's business?
Do you know anything about snails, Mrs. Gabberley?
I know they eat them in continental parts.
Well, yes, but do you think there's anything special about this one?
To be honest, I couldn't rightly tell.
I do wish my Sniffer 3000 had given a better account of itself, or could it without?
Так. Короче, не поверила она.
Drop by any time.
Well, well. Look who's back. Return to the scene of the crime, have we?
А ты?
May I show you something, Constable Dibbins?
Is it important?
It might be.
That's a snail, Wallace.
Do you notice anything peculiar about it?
Only the person what's holding it.
Короче, все.
Must be awfully hot under that helmet, I reckon. A sunny day like today.
It's a trifle sweltering, yes. But danger and discomfort are all in the line of duty for an officer of the law, though most folk don't appreciate it.
How long do you intend to hold my...
As long as...
It's not malicious. It just...
Is that so?
And so...
Perhaps it...
Why don't you try...
All right. You there, prisoner. Kindly look at me when I'm talking to you.
Давай. Дадим ему сыра.
Oops. Missed. That mattress looks awfully hard. Just as well the Sniffer 3000 goes into sleep mode automatically.
If that's his attitude, he can rot in jail as far as I'm concerned.
Блин.
Why do I listen to you, Wallace? That heap of scrap hasn't changed its ways, and never will.
Так.
Does
Нифига себе. А как мы здесь оказались-то? Игра забагала. Или нет? Блин, не пойму. А нет.
But
Flucht ist
Constable
mine.
Dibbins, the Sniffer can't understand you. It's only a...
An impudent scoundrel of a what-you-call-it.
Я забагала. Я что-то ничего не пойму.